Tensions have heightened in Ngoketunjia County as Ambazonian State Army has claimed responsibility for the killing of a colonial gendarme officer who was arrested 2 weeks ago. The colonial officer's corpse was dropped at mile 25 in Ndop, prompting a colonial military crackdown in Mbeseha village. Now, following the discovery of the colonial's office body, La Republic of Cameroon's government forces launched a crackdown in Mbeseha village, tracking down and killing two yet-to-be-identified individuals. The bodies were later taken to a total filling station in Ndop for public display, with one reportedly burned beyond recognition. Now, this incident highlights the ongoing war between La Republic du Cameroon government forces and the Ambazonian State Army, who have been waging a campaign for independence in Cameroon. Now, the conflict has resulted in significant instability and violence, with both sides suffering losses. Now, the colonial senior divisional officer of Ngoketunjia had previously declared innocent civilians under his custody will not be released after the safe release of the arrested colonial gendarme officer. However, we see that with the colonial officer's death, it remains unclear if the colonial SDO will release those he ordered their abduction. Now, the situation in the zone remains volatile, with the potential for further escalation. The war between government forces and the Ambazonian State Army continues to claim lives and disrupt communities, highlighting the need for a peaceful resolution to the crisis. Residents in the affected areas live in fear of the ongoing violence, with many uncertain about their future. The situation requires urgent attention from relevant authorities to prevent further bloodshed and also to find a lasting solution to the conflict. We keep having issues of insecurity. Barrister Mbeseha, over and over again, civilians are left to bear the brunt of the war. Now, in this case, innocent civilians have been abducted and their release is not even guaranteed. We understand that it's a win for the Ambazonian State Army, but when you look into this, when we look into this intricately, more intricately, the lives lost, the innocent people abducted and tortured, is so much for a war like this. This is a fight for self-determination, Barrister Mbeseha. How long does this have to go? How many more lives do we have to lose?
I don't know how long it has to go. I don't know how many more lives we have to lose. And so the question is not there. The question is, this is war. Or what are the rules of war? That colonial gendarme that was taken into custody was a alleged target. Of course, he was. Because our enemy, they didn't kill it, took custody. And the rules of war, civilized by that, if you're captain, if you're one of yours, is taken into custody, it's a prison war. What do you do to release your prisoners of war? You negotiate, threatening the captors. The captured him was a legitimate target. There is not forthcoming threat from from the all powerful government dues and so on and so forth. And so with that behavior, the person was thief. Wrongly, he can free yourself captor, they will kill you. Because the reason why they take you into custody is to have your negotiate. They didn't just shoot, they took you into custody, holding you so that you should be a tool for negotiation. So you don't escape physically, because they'll kill you. The other people, your own side, you know, they can kind of release you with weapons. They will not do it. And so that is the rule of war. And then the people who so catching women and their children, release this or that. What did they do? When he's dead, maybe for whatever reason we don't know. What do you go down the street? Everybody fine. Nobody you can find any people you have killed. Is this a new strategy? No. No matter. The government went in Gabo, kill people in order to hide their crimes. They burn their corpses, they burn their houses. And so this is a sign of a defeated army. It is a sign to tell Yaoundé that this war is not a joke. It's not for gangsters. It's a war to talk and end the peace. Let us take this particular example. If, for example, the administration there and the military there say, well, you have taken our own man into your own camp. Let us negotiate for his release. The first thing is that we will not open fire anymore on anybody here in Wakutinja. We're shutting down here. Do you think this guy will be dead? He will not be dead. He didn't do that. But this man is dead with his gallons on himself. But he has left behind a family, his own children, his wife, his own dependents. We have to come to help him. We could. But how long will they help him? We don't know. And so again, it is the lack of knowledge. It is the denial. Yaoundé is in denial that there is war. Yaoundé is in denial and think that the people who are fighting the ASA, the people can go and take them from the bush and just bring them to the house, kill them, or lock them up, and the war will end. It's not going to end that way. All wars end on conference table. And until you get to the conference table, there'll be victims and cross victims. Yes, we're so sorry that two people have been killed. They should not have been killed, our own people. But they too have not gone free. They've not gone free. Their denial, in the last time we were asked what is holding them back. The denial, the deceit, that this is just a thing that you can go around and catch anybody and silence him. You will not do it. And they're fond of doing this. Remember, they captured the deal of the Bateau not long ago. They were in denial. The governor went there and said, within 48 hours, we want to see this man back. The man did not come back until they negotiated for his release. They're in denial. You don't deny those things. Many years ago, Boko Haram captured the wife of the Speaker of the National Assembly. They thought they could be in denial. They shouted, we will catch them. They caught nobody. They negotiated and brought back that woman. And so that is what it is. Again, as emphasis, that gendarme man, commander, whatever rank he had, he was a legitimate target because he was an opponent. He was an armed guy. And so taking him to custody, the whole idea is to force negotiations. And the colonial army and their administrator, I don't know what the DO says now. He's not dead. The women with their children, they are drawn well attention. They are holding them illegally. So what's your excuse? Deny to tell you on the well, I'm sure the death. God put in here, but we could not prevent the death of that young man. Though you went around and killed 3 or 4 other people, burn their corpses, that man is dead. He's not coming back to life anymore. And so it's a reminder, this war is real. The only thing that will end the war is negotiation on the table, agree on the terms of separation, and we spare our own lives, they spare theirs. That's the lesson you should draw from all this. Over to you.
Well, Barrister Mbeseha, I would say it's always good to have you on the show based on the pragmatic perspectives you bring to the report. Well, in a situation of war, it's necessary that everybody comes and sits on the table and then proper negotiations is being made.